Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hello, Arijit. I'm great. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing perfectly fine. And
Yeah,
for audience, Gaz is actually our development manager for our accelerator, who is taking care of maximum number of startups who are actually applying into our accelerator. So Gaz, I think you are full with lot many application that is coming up in your
absolutely.
mailbox. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, greetings to our audience and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Tonight, we are going to have a very, very interesting topic about our acceleration program and how we can help you. Yes, daily I will receive five, six, seven applications from different people, but still wondering how we can help them. The first question I have from you, Mr. Arjit, is acceleration. What do we do in our acceleration program, and what does it really mean to our clients, and how we can help them?
Super. It's a beautiful question, Gaz. Actually, we have been talking with each other, and probably you have been bringing a lot many businesses from Asia who wanted to
Exactly.
explore the world and wanted to accelerate their business. Acceleration as a term is actually accelerating anyone's career or venture or business. So when we talk about business, it's basically giving them market connect, giving them more business, expanding their business from one part of the world to another part of the world, sometimes from one part of the country to another part of the country. So it completely depends on the business, how they want to grow and where they want to grow. So we have around global 100 plus countries network where we very dedicatedly handshake with the company if the company is ready to accelerate their business from one part of the world to another part. That involves lot many legal process. Example, starting your company in some other part of the world and then creating a small office, hiring employees, and after that, definitely getting more orders. Sometimes giving them export support, giving them import support, giving them the right kind of structure to manufacture their products from maybe Europe to Asia. Because as you know, if you look at the European structure, they have a lot of things, they do a lot of stuffs, but when you look at Asia, the same similar situation is there. But if we compare that with cost-wise and skill-wise, nowadays Asia and Africa is coming up very, very fast. But cost-wise, Asia and Africa both are cheaper. So we find the right kind of partner for those clients who are looking for real business expansion with higher profit margin. And sometimes a lot many of them are looking for funding. So it cannot happen in the first click that you will be getting funding until unless we sign up with each other at least for next few months. It's a process. Funding cannot happen within one short call or some WhatsApp chat. It needs to understand each other's strength, weakness, and where you want funding, why you need funding, and what kind of funding that you need.
That's great. Yes, exactly, exactly. Especially, for most of the applications I receive daily, they need funds. Okay, now I'm going to ask another question on behalf of a few of our clients. You already mentioned about funding, but now my question to you is, uh, we all know that you are an angel investor, and we also provide funding, which can be something like a loan. Now, I want to know what's the difference between an angel investor and a loan for those,
Beautiful,
for
beautiful.
borrowers who wants to
Super
grow their business.
interesting, super interesting question, Gaz. Well, it's not about only me being an angel investor. It's about the entire group of angel investors that we have in our ecosystem. So we run an angel syndicate, as you know. So
Yes,
angel investment works when first timer, a startup, or maybe a SME, they are looking for a fund. It can be a seed capital. It can be a growth capital. It can be money for their working capital. So there are three different kind of stages wherein sometimes angel investors put their money. Usually they put money when you are in the seed stage. Angel investor is risky. So we
Yes.
talk to people, we talk to the team, we understand their business, we understand their mindset, how they are giving respect and getting respect, how they are good at their own business, what is the team composition, is there a weakness, is there a strength, are these guys really dedicated about their business, or are they part-timers? So many different factors, right? Because as an
Exactly.
investor, when you invest money, it is the moral duty of the GP, the general partner of that particular syndicate fund, which is me, to take the responsibility of investors' money as well as my own money, right? So
Exactly.
angel
Exactly.
investment happens on a very deep risk level because we are taking risk on the basis of your team, on the basis of your capacity. We feel that probably your business can click. It might not click, but
That's right.
we feel
That's
if
right.
it clicks, and if we give our network, if we give our powers, if we give our strength, and if we connect you with some kind of interesting other part of maybe some other business, maybe you can flourish, which is called the real handshaking, being as an angel investment, syndicate investment, or as a individual angel investor, right? That
That's right.
happens on a risky zone. But when you try to compare that with loan giving means I'm giving you a loan with an interest level, right? And I expect that my interest will be paid on time and my total capital which I gave you will be paid on time. So that can happen maybe a 5 years down the line where
Mhm.
where every 6 months or every year I'll be expecting a percentage in return, just like a bank does. This is like a giving loan as an opportunity to the entrepreneur, right? Wherein the entrepreneur is enjoying the money and they are rotating it while doing their business. But the factor is you need to pay back that percentage and the total amount. That's where the loan giver makes money. So from a loan giving perspective, they always check the KYC, which is know your customer, which means what is your financial status? How good are you? Probably if you have taken loan earlier, have you ever, entirely give back that total loan amount? How good are you in your business? And the referral check. Referral check is much more important in these kind of cases. So if we compare angel investment with loan giving, angel investment, we don't charge any percentage, of course. We take equity in the company, which means we are becoming a co-owner, co-partner into your business. In loan, they are probably not taking any kind of equity because they are enjoying that percentage, which is their own, they are supposed to earn that money, right? That's how loan
Yeah.
giving usually works. That's where large amount of loan givers usually sometimes give loan like $50 million, $100 million, wherein people who don't understand what is loan and what is angel investment, they become confused with both of them. I'll give you a live example. Some of the company, they are looking for funding. They're asking for angel investment. Their documentation was not actually proper. We didn't understand what they're looking for. Then they opt for the loan. And they took the loan from the private investor with a 5 years down the line, very high percentage in return. And we know what will happen in future, what is going to happen with these kind of loan giving opportunities and how they are going to actually earn the profit and how they are going to return back the money. If they can't give the money back in 1 year, definitely next year they are not going to get that amount, and definitely there will be a mortgage which they have to give, and they'll probably lose that. So it depends on you how you want to take it forward: loan, angel, or probably a VC fund, or sometimes you go for some other options. There are a lot many other options available. But probably
Exactly.
our talk is not about other investment opportunities, but let us talk about more on giving loans and understand how bankable project works. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Because this is what we exactly do in our acceleration program. One thing which I really needed to mention here, somebody before they asked me, okay, in your acceleration program, what's the benefit for you? why you keep looking for like CEOs or any other companies that they need our help, or how much money you already got in your own budget that you can fund into other businesses? Here, I want to answer this question by myself. Actually, in our acceleration program and what we do, we connect investors. For example, if you as a CEO, you need a fund, we connect investors to you. We will be between CEOs and investors. Why? To help him and to help you both at the same time. Actually, because now it's a niche market of every companies worldwide, especially after pandemic.
Yeah.
And what we can do, we can give them 100% trust, because what we do, we just work with trustworthy people, trustworthy investors, trustworthy CEOs, trustworthy companies, or even individuals. That's why I expect every applicators, please don't vanish once you apply, please. And yeah, because somebody, they got very nice business structures, everything is fine. I also get a confirmation from you as a CEO and founder of our acceleration program, co-innovator program, but then they will vanish. Please don't do that too. That's why I also needed you to give just add some more words into this video for our audience. What's the proper way that they can apply and what they have to do after that?
Well, first of all, thank you for bringing this topic, because we are actually going impromptu. We actually talk to each other just like having a coffee, So when we are taking those kind of example of those kind of people who usually apply, they're after us for maybe 2 weeks and 3 weeks, that I really need your help, please help us out. Then after that, we give them a basic structure. Okay, fine, you start with this, we will go from here and we'll take you from these steps. After that, you agree, you talk to us, you say that, okay, all fine, all good. And then after that, you become busy and you feel that probably we have a lot of time, a lot of free time. It's not like that. we try to give as much as time as possible, to be very honest. I really don't want to show off, but to be very honest, if I show my entire day's calendar, it's just full for 16 hours in a day, almost every day. From that time when Gaz says that you need to give time to this person because he really, really needs you, means she actually saw some potential. And that's the reason she's filtering the companies before she brings it in front of a very higher management, which is us. So what happens when we agree that, okay, fine, let's take it forward, let's uncheck, let's move it. Sometimes you feel that, what's next, because probably I'm not ready. Well, my suggestion is, once you are ready, then only apply to our accelerator. We are probably a very slick and smart accelerator. I have been into this industry for over 2 decades, so I understand how things work and how things turn around. So when you are ready, only then apply and talk to our colleague, Gaz, definitely, because frankly speaking, she is doing a lot, which I know, and she's totally blocked with her schedules and meetings and definitely checking the startups and their documentation and data. So a small request, once you feel that you are ready, let's connect, let's talk. But guys, I would love to give some inputs to people. I saw in social media, I saw in a lot of different messages that people are saying that we run a very good business, but banks are not giving us loan. I would love to reveal that fact. Why banks don't fund you, but you feel that you are a profitable company, you have an audited balance sheet, but even though maybe you have a registration for media entertainment, but banks are not giving you loan. Listen, you need to understand, bank work with public money, right? If you look at Asia, at least the banks that operates with public money, they can't take a risk of investing public money with a mere simple non-bankable documentation. There are difference between bankable documentation and non-bankable documentation. There is nothing related to your company type. It depends on your previous structure. What is your audited balance sheet? It depends on that. You just can't say, I have got probably $1 million turnover, but banks are not giving me loan because we are not from probably traditional business. We are from maybe media entertainment. No, it's not the case. There are a lot of media entertainment companies who are getting loan from banks, and that's a fact. That's the truth. It may happen. Maybe you need to reveal the fact, what is your profit margin and what is your curve of your financial structure and the kind of media entertainment business that you are into. If it is in a very high risky zone and you can't prove it on the piece of paper, bank will always work on piece of paper. Legal documentations, not only word of mouth. They can't, because these guys, they are employees of bank and they have a responsibility to manage the public money. What will happen if they give money, which is your own money, and they are giving it back as a loan to you, and you lose the money? So you as a person who is placing money into a normal private bank or a government bank, and bank loses that public money, that means it will become a financial disaster. And they have to give answer to definitely the higher authorities. If I compare that with India, guys, India operates with RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India controls all these kind of private and government banks. Definitely as a bank manager or maybe a vice president, maybe a general manager, they need to give answers to the central ministry, to the governments, to the RBIs, right? So if there is anything goes wrong, they are responsible. So you need to think, a person who is placing money like maybe $100 US dollar in a month to an Indian bank, which is approximately 7,600 rupees in Indian currency, it may seem that it's a very small amount, but for that person in village, it's a big amount. And when bank give loan, they take those money, which is there either as a FD, either as RD, either as a mutual fund, either as an investment from an individual person. So an individual person is investing that money with the expectation that they will get their return back from the banks. So it's bank's responsibility to roll that money properly into the ecosystem itself, which means they have to be careful enough to give that money to a potential company who can rotate, roll, and give it back to the bank as a payee consumer. Example, if it is an industry, which is a heavy machine industry, or maybe an innovative company, maybe which is into deep tech, maybe it is into robotics, maybe it is into VR, maybe it is into technology company, they have a high paying mindset because their turnaround time, customer money giving time, and their audited balance are different than maybe some other business. But it is true, sometimes one bank don't understand your potential. It doesn't mean another bank will not understand your potential. The trick is to make that financial documentation bankable. I was actually talking to a very senior position level person from a global bank, and she was telling me that for so many reasons, some businesses are not bankable. But I don't understand why these bankable businesses are funded by private investors. So I gave her a reply that private investors, they usually take a risk, but at the same time, they need their money back as well. So
exactly.
So a private investor will definitely take that risk, but it depends what kind of private investor. Private investor means it is their own personal money. So if they lose, that means they will lose their own money, not public money. But my suggestion to every business owner is to make your financial documentation bankable. From the perspective of VC or angels or private loan givers, if your documentation is properly bankable, then your return and your company structure will become more awesome, and definitely you will be probably a blue-eyed guy into the financial world. I hope that answers your question.
Of course, very, very well explained. Very well. Even I myself was like, wow, I would love to ask you more questions, but
Please.
I think for tonight it's enough. Let's see. We will come back to our audience in a while again. Thank you so much for a great explanation. We are really, really interested to help anyone as best as we can. Maybe we couldn't include all the details of how we can help you is because that can't be too general, because it depends on your business, your structure, how we can help you, what kind of needs, what kind of helps you need, and blah blah blah. So thank you so much, Mr. Arijit, for joining me for tonight. I will see you once again and have an amazing night ahead.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for coming and sharing your inputs as well. Pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye.